Mike Jones here with Ken's. The football season is here again. It's time to get your flat panel on with the best names in business: Sony, Samsung, and LG, and Middle Georgia's only in-store tech support. No interest financing for 2 years and no credit check financing for the first time at Ken's. Plus, Ken's delivers and installs. 85, 75, 65, 55, all the way down to 24. The sale is on. You got to come see us at Ken's and Macon in Warner Robins. That's our boys going to do what they do. Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's a brand new show. Let the countdown begin. Middle Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's. All right, now we're down here. Believe it or not, this is a locker room. All of this amazing stuff, but that has nothing to do with us. We did all Yamaha sound, gigantic amplifier that we hid way back into the ceiling of the bathroom. But listen, if you just get an idea how they take care of their boys, look at this. You come through here, this music continues all the way through. And this is a team room we just refreshed. We did this a while back. Watch your step there, David, okay? And look at this. I mean, this is with lights on, 5,000 lumens. This is a full surround sound theater. And look at all this seating that we did. We did the seating in the original layout, but then we came back in just recently and redid the amplifier, we did the speakers, redid the projector because they play it so much. So this is where Coach Hoffman does what he does with his players. But what an amazing thing. Like, at all this furniture that's built. We built this big bracing way back in the day, and we just replaced the screen with a new tab tensioned 110-inch. But look at me, this is just ESPN off of Cox Cable, and that is amazing. But listen, this is what Mercer, I love local, and I love Mercer. They're God servers, I know you already know that, but we have got to be a big part of all of the team rooms at this sports complex at Mercer, and I love our partnership with them, and this is what my boys do.
Hi, I'm Bob Hoffman, head men's basketball coach at Mercer University. I want to tell you about a partnership that has become a great friendship with Michael and Kenny at Ken's Stereo. No matter what my need is for personal or for my team right here at Mercer, if I call them 20 minutes, 30 minutes, if we got something down, they're going to come fix it. And that is an amazing partnership that you can't find anywhere else. They're right here in Macon, Warner Robins, but they'll go anywhere to help you. And I would tell you, if you need anything in electronics, you got to check them out.
All right, Harley Davidson Street Glides. Let me tell you, these are the two bikes that we're working on today. We do a lot of motorcycles. But just to give you an idea what happens and how we break this down, if you look at this, and then you look at this, you get some idea. And if you look at this, and then you look at this, come right here and look right here, David. This is what the masterminds that do what they do for us are dealing with when you're putting sound on a motorcycle. It's not the same as a car. You don't have near the space. So what it is JL Audio makes a series of amplifiers, MX series, and we put the amplifier right here where this plate is. See, so it actually mounts perfect. It's amazing how they designed the amplifier to fit inside this fairing. It's perfect. It works very well in the weather and the heat and all the stuff that happens when you're on a motorcycle and things happen. We take all these grids apart and we carry specific kits where you can mount a 6.5-inch speaker or whatever size speaker you want to do up into these fairings, because a lot of these now come with a touchscreen radio, and guys will come in and say, I don't want to mess up with the radio, but I definitely want better speakers. This is the factory speaker pod from the Harley, as you see. Like, see, this Alpine speaker drops right in, but because it doesn't have the big giant magnet, these are called neodymium, and they hold and dissipate heat without having to be so gigantic, but it allows us to put it back into the fairing. So the finished product is, it's really not any bigger than the Harley speaker, but it holds 5 times the power. We typically will put an Alpine Type R in there because they have just been tried and true and will handle whatever you want to give them. And I'll give you a sound bite here. This one has the front speakers here. This one also has speakers in the bags that we cut in. And if you'll look right here, you'll see that we have these custom grids made right here, and that just keeps the weather out and keeps the speaker where you're not just have plain speakers sitting outside the bag, right? But look at this, because of their magnets are so small, you still keep a lot of your space in the saddlebag, right? Now listen to this. You need to hear this. Let me just to secure that. Listen to this. 500 watts. This is not something that takes an hour. This is a full days of music. I see Dexter dancing in the background right now. But see, like when you take this saddlebag, all of this has to be modified. Every bit of this has to be modified, and we have to round all these out. I say we, it's not me. It's the guys that do this stuff that are so good at it. They round all this out so everything fits secure, but it also seals in. What you don't want is a bunch of rattling and crazy. You're already dealing with something that's crazy with all that power anyway. 500 watts now seems to be the place you want to be on this, because 500 watts gives you that right there. All right, now it's time for some car audio amazingments, if you want to say that. Alpine, let me tell you about this radio. This is the Alpine. This is AM, FM, CD that has USB. It has mini. Now, listen, here's what's cool about this is it has Bluetooth, and it has Bluetooth audio, so you can talk wirelessly and you can speak wirelessly. But this one also has the XM option built in as well. So if you're an XM person, a lot of folks, they always ask us, what about if I already have XM that came in my Cadillac or that came in my Chevrolet or whatever, or my Ford? You can take your existing subscription and you just take and you call them and you say, hey, here is my new ID number, which we provide to you, and they'll move that service over. So it's not like you have to pay for a whole nother service. If you've already paid for the next year in advance, that service moves right into this radio. So, because we've had a lot of folks say, well, I didn't change my radio because I didn't want to lose my XM. You don't lose your XM. But listen, just a year ago, this same radio was $269, and then you added the XM for an extra $99, and now it's $269, and it comes with the XM, the antenna, the everything. Now, another thing you need to keep in mind is that we install it for free. Let me tell you, folks, that you're staring at is absolute music wonderfulness. That is Alpine 6x9 3-way. It is a 250 watt speaker. It has got this polybutyl surround built into it, so it handles weather and time very well. And let me let you know, if you drive a Dodge, the 6x9 comes in your door whether you like it or not, and that's an exact replacement. And listen to this, they are on sale for $129 for the pair. Folks, let me tell you, I call this my old faithful. This is the newest model. It's Pioneer's AM, FM, CD. I love this radio. 200 watt amp built in, remote control, and it has the aux jack built in. And listen to this, it's on sale for $89. All right, this is Pioneer's new touchscreen. Now, keep in mind, they have touchscreens starting at $244, but I want to talk about the 2800 series. It's AM, FM, CD, DVD. It has an equalizer. You can adjustable color illumination to make it match your dash. It has pre-outs. You can add Sirius XM to it. Comes with Bluetooth and Bluetooth audio, and this month, folks, it's on sale for $344. All right, guys, listen to me. A lot of folks come in and they say, hey, look, I want the navigation built in. I don't necessarily care about the CarPlay. This is AM, FM, CD, DVD with navigation, right? Look at this easy to read menu. It's full LED screen. It has a backup camera input, Bluetooth. As you see, it's failing only because it's not in the car right now. You can, like I said, you can add a backup camera. It has pre-outs. You can add amplifiers, but it has a 200 watt amp built into it and an adjustable color palette. And listen, this is on sale for just $799. And the coolest thing about that is Pioneer for the month of November has a rebate that you can get anywhere from $50 to $150 depending on which navigation radio you choose, and that is awesome. All right, now we do a tremendous amount of security camera systems, but let me tell you, there's a whole lot of fog out there, because what happens is folks will go into Sam's, and nothing wrong with Sam's or any of the big box stores, and they'll have this pre-packaged cameras, you know, where you get 8 cameras and a DVR and all the stuff you want, you know, for $699. Well, that is not the same thing, and it's a very misleading when they say that it's high definition. And what the problem is, when you use the word high definition, the parameters that fits in is like saying a tire or like saying a car, right? And so you just end up saying it and you just put this big buzzword out there. It's not the same thing. When you do cameras, like the cameras that I have hanging off the house right there, right, those are a true 1080p HD day-night camera with a varifocal lens. Now, all that may have just sounded like it was in Spanish if it was, but I don't speak Spanish. Now, but my point is, it allows us to dial in the picture. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway right now of the clarity and the detail. Like when you look out into this grass, you can see the blades of grass. Why is that important? Not because you need to see your yard, you need to see who's in your yard. So when you walk up to the door, I want to see the difference between me and my film guy, David. I want to see the difference between a Dodge truck and a Ford truck. I want to see if there was a label, like I just caught somebody for one of our clients, and the guy had his sign of his work on the side where he'd sold some stuff. So he had his name and his phone number on the side of his truck. I didn't say that criminals were smart, but we just zoomed in on that, and bada bing, bada bang, we caught him, right? It also comes with a hard drive built in that has a longer than 2-day notice, right? So it'll go 7, 10, or even up to 30 days if you buy a big enough hard drive when we do the package. What that means to you is, if I go on vacation for a week, I don't lose the footage that's being recorded, right? It also comes with an IP address. I've talked to you many times about how you can pull it up on the phone. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway of it being pulled up on the phone right now. And what the deal is behind that is, this just gives you security if you're out of town, right? So I had people working at my own house. It just allows me to watch the workers at my house because I let them in and out while I'm at work sometimes. It's a very big deal. Now, let's talk about guarantee. Guarantee is only as good as the guy providing it, right? We're almost 40 years old, and I thank you for that, okay? But we give a 2-year warranty. Everybody in the industry that I know of has a 1-year warranty, and on top of that, they have a 7-day lead time, which means they have to get to you within 7 days. Under our contract, it's very, very important. You get 2 years parts and labor, and we are 24 hours. And we will be there, and we will get your security up and running because we know how important it is to you to feel secure and to be secure. So that being said, that's why we do businesses in commercial. That's why we do hospitals and Macon Water Authority and Georgia Power, and we do homes like this. The reason we do such a big, giant venue, right, is because of our service, right? So let me come out. You'll see my number come up in here, and I'll come out and look at whatever your venue is, and we'll decide. We'll get it in budget. I always get it in budget. That is not a problem whatsoever. I also offer 2-year no interest financing, which is cool, right? So call me, I'll come out, it's free. All right, now, you know, we did this house as a pre-wire when it was a frame, and I don't even know if we showed you that yet or not. We might have already cut back to that. But the cool thing about this is, as we were going along, Atmos came along while they were building it. So the gentleman came in and said, hey, can I get a demo of Atmos? He heard about 8.5 seconds of it and went, okay, I have to have Atmos. But now Atmos comes in 5 channels, 7 channel, 9 channel, all the way to 11 channels. So you have to keep in mind, this is a 5 channel. So in this package, because of the room, we didn't have to necessarily have the 11 channel setup. Now, when you're saying what is Atmos? Well, what Atmos is if you look right here, is Klipsch makes this speaker, right? So we went with big giant towers to give him a lot of power. But if you look right here on top, David, this is the Atmos section of the speaker. It actually has a speaker that fires tilted up, and it recreates, if you look at the front and the side, it creates an image, if that sounds right, an image or a sound image that bounces up, and it creates height in your surround sound. So we've always had left and right in our surround sound. We've always had rear in our surround sound, but we've never been to have a perception of height. Now, this is Mad Max. I'm going to do an Atmos demo for you. Clip center channel in the middle. And this is as big as we could go with. We normally go with the bigger center channel this on an Atmos theater, but he did do the 15-inch, 1,000 watt subwoofer, which I don't even know if you're getting to feel that as we're feeling it. Me and David a minute ago were grinning from ear to ear when we did this demo. Check this out. Listen to that. Now listen, it's going to go quiet, but be ready. Here comes a real surround right now. Now. And you hear it's moving, right? So you can hear the height of how high they are, right? Is that amazing? And then we did Klipsch 5800. These are the reference series of best speaker that they make in the back. And we have a total wattage of about 1,500 watts right in this room. Big Yamaha bench heights. But listen how it moves. Listen, you hear it in the front, going to the back. Oh my goodness. Now, that being said, and you may hear a little bit of echo when I'm doing this because I came in before I even let their furniture come in to film this. I was so excited. This is Sony's newest super thin. You'll look on the side. It's Sony's 75-inch smart 4K. I do love the new motion flow. Is 960 hertz motion flow. Just to give you an idea what that does is when you're watching an action film like this and when you're watching football or whatever you're watching in sports and things are moving quickly, it keeps the screen balanced and keeps it where it doesn't have all that crazy blur. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway of the closet right now, about 35 or 40 feet back there behind the kitchen. We have the whole rack that controls the whole house, right? And it controls the surround sound. It controls, I'm fixing to show you the porch. And then she has a separate system for the bedroom and for the bathroom. And then they have a surround sound from their old house that we installed upstairs. So when you get done with this, when he decides to entertain, he has zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4 all can do different things at the same time, or the whole main floor can do the same thing at the same time. All controlled from your remote control, or controlled because now the new Aventage amps will also allow you to control it from your phone or your tablet. Is that awesome? This thing turned out ridiculous. Let me just hit it one more time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, and when I was talking about the zone for outside, like this is a zone for outside. So what we did is we put in a Sony 48-inch LED, and this is also a smart TV, so with their Wi-Fi, they can sit out here and catch up on Netflix or Pandora or whatever they want to do right through the TV. Now, TV sound is decent, but not good by any means. So what we did is we came in and put clips, and you can see them up here in the ceiling. They're flushed in, and these are clips. They're called 2800 series, and the nicest thing about these is they have a humongous, what they call track trick tweeter. And what that means to you is it has a tweeter that has a dispersion rating like this. So it sends sound out like this, right? So here's my sound wave coming out. So when I play music out here, it kind of fills the whole patio up with just 2 speakers, which is nice. So what we also did is we wired sound out here, and this for a future thing, so we have cables hanging because he's going to eventually put a pool in out here, right? So what's cool is he'll have another zone here, a separate zone here, plus TV. And if he pushes one button, we can push a button on the remote control and make this sound play through the speakers, which is really, really nice. Out here, we chose just to use the DirecTV remote because you really don't have to have the Mac Daddy Smart Remote from out there if you're just going to be doing all your basic stuff, and this allows it to control the smart TV as well. So from an expense standpoint, the mount that holds that TV up is anywhere from $99 to $189. The televisions themselves from Sony now start anywhere from about $299 to about $599, and they're fully smart LEDs, right? And when you're covered like this, we have a weather cover that you can put over that has Velcro straps, so you can put it up like this and it'll strap it up like this. That just kind of winterizes or keeps bugs and stuff like that out of it, because you're not really going to get direct moisture on this where you'd have to buy like one of our SunBrite TVs that are made for being in the rain. End of the day, y'all, that is amazing. All right, in flat panels, keeping in mind, here we come right on Christmas season. We are already into November, right? We're going to carry anywhere from 24 inch all the way up to 75 inch. But let me just say this, my favorite 75 inch right now. Look at the color on this. This is the 75 inch Sony Super Smart HD 4K, as it says right here, 4K. So when you come in, make sure you look at their new line. It's incredible. Full smart, Netflix, all that stuff already built in. And guess what? That TV just dropped $500 from what it's been selling for. Now, all of these flat panels are a deal right now, but let me show you one of my favorites right here. Just flip back around right here, David. Look at this. This new 55-inch Sony and this new 55-inch LG, they are $799. 55-inch 4K, full smart. $799. It was $999 just 4 months ago, and this is the new model LG, and this is the new model Sony, right? So when you come in to Macon and Warner Robins, look at these TVs, because if you've got no credit check financing or you've got no interest financing for 24 months, and you got in-store service, and you got 4-month layaway, and you got a team, I'm running out of breath, and you got a team to come set it up for you, I mean, that's pretty easy to figure out, right? Come and see what we've got. All right, now listen, at our Pro Sound store, make sure, and here's, as we go into the season, a lot of folks buy keyboards when you start going into the season. Here we are in November, right? When you come into the keyboards, I got anywhere from the 220 series Yamahas and up to the 660 in stock, which means, guess what? That means for anywhere from $179 to $849, you can buy a true keyboard from Yamaha, who's arguably one of the best keyboard companies. And these are weighted 88 and 66 key keyboards, anywhere from a couple of $100 all the way up to like $849. So when you come in, see Richie, bring your own sheet music, play it out, make sure you like it. We give you a 2-year warranty right out of the gate. All right, Yamaha Gig Maker is also another great holiday special as we get in. Again, we're in November, folks. I keep saying that because it's going to be on you just like that. We'll be celebrating Thanksgiving right around the corner. $799 for the new Gig Maker. Comes with cymbals, comes with the throne, and it's Yamaha, baby.
2016 Ford Expedition. Harry Ford actually brought this vehicle to us. So what we did is we put some headrest monitors in for them. And these headrest monitors are built by Visual Logic. This company actually allows us to match it specifically to your vehicle. So what we do is we get your VIN number off of your vehicle, we send it to Visual Logic, and then match it to your leather or cloth depending on what you have in your vehicle. So that way it is factory specific. Another thing is these headrest monitors are actually tablets as well. So all you have to do is click it out like this, hit this button, and the tablet comes out. So that allows you to actually download some games from your house, of course, so you can play, some Angry Birds or Fruit Ninja, just a bunch of different games that kids like to play. And also, you can actually watch 2 separate DVDs on these units, or you can just watch the same one on both of them. And what's really cool is we actually tied it in with the vehicle speakers, so you can actually hear the DVD through the car speakers, or you can also listen to them through the headset. So that way you can actually listen to music up front, and they can listen to their movie in the back. But once again, Visual Logic really hit it out of the park on this one, and they did a super job.
All right, now listen, if you can't tell by my my wall of bass, when last month you saw my guys unloading all the new Rockford Fosgate, and that stuff is plentiful because we were getting ready for the season, which our season has already kicked in. So for all of November and December, we have huge deals on Rockford Fosgate. So when you come in, talk to the guys, because listen, there's a lot of different series. There are P1s, there are P3s, there's T1s, T2s, now there's T3s, there's Power Series amplifiers, there's Punch amplifiers, there's X Series, there's Prime, there's all kind of stuff in the Rockford Fosgate line to help you fit your budget. Just to give you an example, they have a base package now that's $349. It comes with the box, the sub, the amp, the cables, and of course we install it for free. But we carry this mammoth thing, which is a 19-inch, 5,000 watt subwoofer I told you about. And let me tell you, this right here is mated to this 2,500 watt amplifier. And when you come in, listen, it just gives you an idea. When you come into one of the Macon or the Warner Robins Superstore, we have so much diversity. We easily fit budget. But listen, what we have is service after the sale, and that's been proven because we're almost 40 years old. Now, that is Peavy. I'm playing Bruno Mars to give you an idea about how the diversity of how these speakers were handled. Because a lot of times when you hear the Impulse like these or the Sanctuary series from Peavy, you know, these are a Sanctuary series, so a lot of times I play that Christian and gospel rock and type of music through these. But a lot of times you don't realize Peavy has a whole series of stuff called Dark Matter and PVX, and they hold a tremendous amount of power. Now let me give you an idea about this. So when you come into the Pro Sound store in Macon, you get an idea. You know, Christmas is coming. So if you're going to gift your guy that has gigs, or if you're just a person that has gigs and you're fixing to be rocking out in November and December with people booking you up, you need to look at this brand. Now we carry JBL, we carry Yamaha. I'm sure you're seeing cutaways of those right now. And we carry Peavy. Those are three very big names. Also, Mackie is a part of that deal. Now, this is the 15-inch. This is a 1,500 watt, and it comes in powered or in passive. Passive meaning you have to have an amplifier to make it work. Powered means it has an amplifier attached to it, right? So listen to this. This is a $289 15-inch poly shell, which means it has built-in handles to carry it, right? It has 1/4-inch and speak-on connectors on the back for you guys that know where I'm coming from there. And it has a way where you can put a stand on it where you can jack it up in the air. Like a lot of times people will do it like this, where they have it where it sits on top when you're doing a really big venue or an outdoor venue like a revival or a rock out. Now, when you come in, we have financing, right? So when you come in, I have a 24-month no-interest financing, or I have a no-credit check financing right now. So just come in and let Richie, that's the guy that runs this store, let him come in and kind of set you up with the mixer and the amplifier and the microphones we carry, sure, right? I'm sure you're seeing cutaways of that right now. But listen, this stuff is bulletproof. I use it in stadiums, I use it in outdoor, I use it in churches, I use it in anything, I use it in restaurants, and this stuff comes with a 5-year warranty.
Justin Jones with Ken's. We are at Sandgrove Baptist in Milan, Georgia, and this church was a bear. This church is, first off, 102 years old. So our guys were hunting and picking and trying to find access to do all of what we do. We actually had to cut access at one point, so that we could do this beauty of work. There's no wires showing at all, which is an amazing thing for a 102-year-old building. This is Optima's new short throw projector, which lets us be 50 inches. It's only 50 inches from this screen, and it produces a 110-inch image. It's incredible. From here, we have laptop, we have DVD, and we actually have a camera, which you're probably seeing a cutaway now, more so for our fellowship hall for when we have big things. Let's take a look at the fellowship hall now. We're back here in the fellowship hall, and as you can see, we have no wires, which is incredible because this church, being 102 years old, has been added onto many, many times. This is their fellowship hall, and this is Westinghouse's new 65-inch LED. We went to a 65 because, as I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway now of how deep and big this fellowship hall is. We have a lot of kids' nights. We have a lot of overflow funerals and overflow church services during Christmas and Easter and all the big ones, that we need a big TV that everyone can see. We also have it played down low so that people can plug in a laptop if they do a Bible study here. So our possibilities really are endless. And that camera that we were talking about, crystal clear image. It looks absolutely incredible. Sound comes through here, video comes through here. This church is absolutely perfect.
It's amazing. JBL has a whole new series of speakers, anywhere from $199 for this and up. Has Bluetooth built in, right? The reason they built them, hold on, let me shut that down, is because it makes your television sound better, right? TVs don't sound that good. The reason I'm leaving it turned up is so you get the idea of what I'm talking about. So $199, you know, also the new JBL soundbar with the wireless sub is only $299. But listen, the whole thing is, it's not about surround sound sometimes, it's just about having great sound. So when you get into the Macon or the Warner Robins location, make sure you look at the entire JBL line. We got anywhere from that little small pulse speaker, which is just a Bluetooth speaker, all the way up to $299, even a $399 sound bar system, right? But listen, when you can get a compact like this, and check this out, look out how easy is this. There's my power cord, there's the wire that ties into my TV, bada bing, bada bang, it works. And then topping it off with Bluetooth, boom, boom. Now that is magnificent. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to carry a lot of this stuff for the season right now. This is a Yamaha that's called the 3920. They make a 3920 and a 4920. And what those are to you is if you want to buy a turnkey surround sound. So it comes with an amplifier, it comes with a powered sub, it comes with 5 speakers, and all the speaker wire it takes to do a room that's anywhere from 15 by 20 to 20 by 20. But listen, this thing has HDMI switching built into it. It is 4K compatible, and it has Bluetooth to stream your music to it. And they're going to start anywhere from $399 up for a full-blown Yamaha theater. All right, now this is, I kind of showed you a little bit of a stage one when we finished that Air National Guard trailer, but this is a true gaming trailer. So my man Gene and Carpentry Man just came and built all this. It's going to be cool padded seating. We're going to do really funky leather and stuff on this. We're going to have subwoofers built in so they're good. And this whole wall, as you see, we've already got power in place. This is all going to be dedicated flat panels. So people, this is a true gaming trailer, and I'll get all this information when we finish it. So you'll be able to hire this guy to come out to whatever you're doing as an outdoor, indoor, whatever you do. He'll park this thing, and all these kids can fill this thing up, and it's just going to be games. I'm not talking about like one. Each TV will have Xboxes and PS4s. We have a giant information flat panel right here, probably around 65 inches, and of course, plenty of sound. Now, this is just a pre, but let me tell you, just since you saw it last time, this thing is coming together.
Hi, I'm Roger Jackson of Motivated Youth Foundation, and Lambda Phi chapter of Macon South Phi is having a 6th annual car giveaway. This year, you can win a 2016 Chevy Malibu or a Chevy Cruze or cash option of $10,000. Second place is a $1,000 gift card from Ken's. Third place is a $500 gift card from Ken's. Over the years, the past 5 years, we've been able to give away 101 scholarships to local youth to go off to college or a university. We'd like to thank Ken's Audio for their continued support and enabling us to be successful in serving our community.
All right, thank you so much. I cannot tell you, what was I doing with my hands? I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you watching our show. We get to do so many crazy things, and we're doing trailers and ATVs and motorcycles. Motorcycles are super running strong right now. Of course, you know we do muscle cars, and then we just do good old-fashioned radios like you put in my Camaro, and it just works out perfect. Home theater-wise, let me come out and look at the room that you've been thinking about and dreaming about all this time, and you say, I just don't know how to make it happen, because that's what I do. I know how to make that happen, and I have the resources within this company and the passion with this company to make that happen. If you have a business, if you have a home that needs security, I can handle that for you. I love doing it. Full HD cameras is in stock now. It's what we do. As we head into the season, we're going to have gifts galore in all 3 stores. You need to come in. I'm talking about gifts anywhere from $49 all the way up to whatever you can stomach. And of course, you know we have in-store service. From Atlanta all the way down to Savannah, we're the only in-store service group that handles Yamaha and Sony and Klipsch and Pioneer. And we've handled all these brands we've handled since day one, since my dad started the company. I know this sounds like I'm repeating it over and over again, but I just want you to see what the logical choice is. This is what we do, right? This is how we live and breathe. I'm going to leave you with this. In Proverbs 24:17, it says, do not rejoice when another man stumbles. It says, do not rejoice when another man stumbles. In other words, even if it's somebody that you just don't care for and they fall down, it is your job as a Christian to pick them up and let them know how great it is to be in the glory of God. You got to come see us at Ken's in Macon and Warner Robins.
Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
Hold on, dude. We're filming. Not too smeary?
No, look good.
Okay, then I can attach one.
I'll put that on blooper.